Kit Fisto, a name synonymous with both his smile and death at the hands of Palpatine, was renowned for his mastery in the art of lightsaber dueling. His approach, deceptively simple, belied a profound depth and danger that few could match. He specialized in the ancient and foundational Form 1 of lightsaber combat. Form 1, also known as Shii-Cho, the determination form, or the way of the Sarlacc, stands as the foundational lightsaber combat technique. It is the most elemental of all forms, embodying the initial steps into the art of lightsaber dueling. Esteemed figures such as Kenobi, Windu, and Yoda, while adept at this form, primarily relied on other, more advanced techniques for combat, but not Kit Fisto. He was renowned for his unparalleled mastery of Shii-Cho, elevating it beyond mere foundational status to employ it effectively against formidable adversaries, a feat that was unmatched since the early days of the Jedi Order. But, as we shall discuss in today's holocron, it was this dedication to Shii-Cho that put Kit Fisto at risk of falling towards the dark side. But before we begin, you must know that a disturbance in the Force has been sensed, a lack of unity within our order, brought on by the absence of subscriptions. This is a pivotal moment where you, an esteemed member of our brotherhood, can restore balance by reaching out and force choking the subscribe button. Now, let us return to the holocron. Jedi Battlemaster Sin Drawleg, a contemporary of Fisto and an authority on lightsaber forms, eloquently describes Shii-Cho. Form 1, or Shii-Cho, is the genesis of a Jedi's journey in lightsaber mastery. It lays the foundation with essential techniques, attacks, parries, understanding body target zones, and the execution of practice sequences known as velocities. The rarity of Shii-Cho as a primary form of combat for a Jedi Master can therefore be attributed to this simplicity, as well as its generalist nature, lacking the specialized defensive capabilities found in later forms. As the precursor to all subsequent forms of lightsaber combat, Shii-Cho lay the groundwork for integrating the principles of traditional swordplay into the handling of lightsabers. This ensured that the essential techniques of attack, defense, and parrying were preserved and adapted from ancient sword fighting to the realities of energy blade dueling. Furthermore, Shii-Cho was not conceived with the anticipation of lightsaber on lightsaber combat, as it predated the emergence of the Sith and Dark Jedi. But with the emergence of the Sith, the limitations of Shii-Cho became apparent, especially during the 100 Years of Darkness, prompting the development of Makashi, the second form, specifically tailored for dueling. But although commonly perceived as the most fundamental and accessible of all lightsaber forms, achieving true mastery over Shii-Cho can elevate it to a level of lethality that belies its simplicity. Kit Fisto himself had a unique perspective on Shii-Cho, likening it to the Force in its purest form. He believed that to harness its full potential, one must relinquish control and allow the Force to guide their actions. This surrender to the Force made masters of Shii-Cho formidable and most notably unpredictable. Its techniques, while seemingly straightforward, demanded a Jedi to walk a fine line between control and abandon. It's this dichotomy that made Shii-Cho a rare choice among Jedi. Practitioners of Form 1 existed in extremes. They were either novices, still grasping its fundamentals, or masters, having fully embraced its spirit. Kit Fisto, having chosen this path, stood as one of the era's most formidable duelists, rivaled only by a few. Count Dooku, one of the best duelists of all time, viewed Shii-Cho as a cumbersome yet formidable technique. It moves with the deliberate pace of a lumber droid, methodically closing off angles, clumsy to the untrained eye, but relentless and efficient in its execution. So while to the uninitiated eye, the maneuvers characteristic of Shii-Cho might appear clumsy or lacking in refinement, beneath this veneer of simplicity lies a profound depth of complexity. Shii-Cho fosters a deep connection with the Force, similar in intensity to that of the lightsaber form Juyo, or Form 7. As we've discussed in previous holocrons, Juyo was forbidden for this very reason. This was because, rather than channeling the Force through precise moves like Makashi, it required a total surrender to the flow of the Force, in Juyo's case, the dark side. But while Shii-Cho was more neutral in its Force alignment, the fact of the matter was it required a lack of thinking, a reliance on a more primal and instinctive flow state that opened one up to the Force. In the wrong hands, this could very well open one up towards the dark side. Indeed, during a practice session, Kit Fisto's style caught the attention of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kenobi, the epitome of everything it meant to be a Jedi, was so taken aback by Fisto's intensity and seeming recklessness in his practice that he entertained doubts about Fisto's alignment with the Force. He even went so far as to confront Fisto, concerned that he might be veering dangerously close to the dark side. Later, Obi-Wan Kenobi, reflecting on Form 1, remarked on its inherent danger. It's a form teeming with raw power and unbridled emotion, second only to Juyo in its intensity. Fisto, though, immersed in the practice of Shii-Cho, did not agree, feeling that he had not delved deeply enough into the essence of Shii-Cho. I should have edged closer to the brink, surrendered myself fully to the Force, and embraced the chaos it brings. Such unpredictability, such randomness, is the essence of Shii-Cho, yet it borders on the perilous. This quote encapsulates the fine line that Fisto treaded in his quest for mastery, a balance between the power offered by Form 1 and the guiding principles of the Jedi Order. Furthermore, whilst not rejecting Shii-Cho at all, he does acknowledge the form's seductive pull. Kit Fisto found that it was a constant battle to use Shii-Cho responsibly, to incapacitate rather than kill. He recognized the inherent risks of Shii-Cho, leading a practitioner towards the dark side if its power was not carefully checked. Therefore, for Fisto, mastering Form 1 was as much about honing his skills with the lightsaber as it was about maintaining his balance on the tightrope between the light and the dark sides of the Force. The emotional dynamics inherent in Shii-Cho, coupled with its latent risks, may shed light on why Kit Fisto, a master of this form, often found himself navigating the edges of the Jedi Code. His exploration of these boundaries was notably evident in his close bond with Aayla Secura, another Jedi. This connection, which flirted with the fringes of what was permissible within the Jedi Order, drew critical attention and disapproval from his peers. Shii-Cho emphasizes a deep connection with the Force, which can stir profound emotional resonance within its practitioners. For Kit Fisto, a Jedi known for his vibrant personality and warmth, mastering Shii-Cho could have amplified these traits, enabling him to form deep, meaningful connections in an order that often viewed such attachments with caution. Therefore, the relationship between Kit Fisto and Aayla Secura can be seen as a natural extension of Fisto's deep immersion in Shii-Cho. So there we have it. Kit Fisto, although a loyal and dedicated servant of the light, did have some latent dark side potential. Perhaps, if things had gone differently, Fisto could have taken a different path, with his focus on Shii-Cho leading him towards the dark side. That's all we have for today's holocron. Thank you for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.